So we set off from the Tate Modern, an old coal power station that used to serve London. And it gave us a symbol of what this journey is all about. As we headed down the streets around the back end of the city, you could see just how busy London really is and how much energy is used. One of the best sights we came across was crossing Tower Bridge, a magnificent structure, and funny enough, also energy related, because it used to be run by coal power that allowed the bridge to go up and down. We then cut through the city and onto one of the new cycle highways, or super highways as Boris likes to call them. Not too bad. Allow you to get away from the traffic of London, and that's no bad thing. Eventually, we ended up at the start of our long navigation of the River Lee.
So here we are, we're joining the towpath. Wiggle your wheel a bit, there we go. And it's brilliant. We have cycled from the Tate down here, Limehouse Basin, and now it's path all the way, as Geoff said, to Broxbourne. But this is a great way that shows you actually cycling, you can do it safely. If you've got kids like, I've got a kid, you don't want them going on the road. This is brilliant. And we will pass quite a few power stations on the way. So we'll stop and show you some of them.
This towpath runs for about 25 miles, and we started following it right in the heart of the city, passing up through the Olympic Park and along through Hackney. Plenty of sights to see, including, strangely enough, just how much renewable energy seems to hit a chord with people who live on the river. Houseboats with solar panels, some even with mini wind turbines. Pretty impressive. We carried on, passed through Tottenham and up into Enfield, moving along a fantastic vista that showed us just how much water is part of what makes London tick. Eventually, we reached our first power station, just outside Ponders End.
Okay, our first power station, which is EON CCGT up near Ponders End. I came along here a couple of years ago. It's a gas power station. It is CCGT, which is this new technology, combined closed power turbine, and it serves pretty much the whole of North London. I can't remember how many gigawatts it produces, but it's pretty hefty. And this is one of those stations that EON told me when I came and filmed here that they can sort of control very, very easily with just a few people, and it does sort of demand side response. So if the grid needs more, they just fire it up, and I think it took a couple of hours to fire up, which is pretty impressive rather than a few days. So power station number one, day number one.
After that power station, it was another 8 or so miles running into Broxbourne. Very nice, very pretty, but I have to say, we were both getting a little bit peckish by then.
Hello! Not bad, eh?
Oh, sorry, mate.
There you go. So that is about 26 miles. Lunch on day one, past the power station. Met an old friend.
Met a very old friend.
Saw solar panels on barges.
Barges. Wind turbines on barges.
Wind turbines on barges.
Went past the waste to energy park.
Yeah, so there you go. Hell of a lot of energy. Now it's time to fill ourselves with a bit of energy.
Absolutely.
A pint.
A pint. No, pint of orange lemonade. Be safe, everybody.
After Broxbourne, we hit the road again for the last 25 to 30 miles. This was a nice journey that started along the snaking main roads of Hertfordshire, heading up through Ware and into the countryside. Once we hit the country lanes, it was a chance to really relax. Cycling is a lot of fun, and when you get away from the traffic, it's what really makes it worthwhile. I know Geoff will find this ride tough, and I do feel for him, but I think these are the moments that make it so good. And you really get to see what the countryside is all about. Finally, after what seemed a sluggish 10 miles, I have to say I was suffering a bit. We finally came down into Royston.
Finished!
Day one, done.
65 miles.
Yeah, it was
And-
60 miles though, because you took 5 miles into Valley.
Yeah, that's chill, right?
Okay.
60 miles.
So we've done over 50 miles, about 55 miles.
My
Been very
arse
good.
hurts.
His bottom hurts. I don't feel too bad, which is a bad sign, because almost certainly it will hurt tomorrow.
But, yeah, good.
Yeah,
Happy?
fantastic. Yeah, very good.
Very nice run into Royston, nice hill. And you do realise actually when it says 50 miles, you kind of think actually after 35 it's all fine. I think
the last bit of each day could be a bit
sore.
tricky, mate.
Could be sore.
Anyway, day one done.